Something is moving outside the shell. You push, and light cracks through. You're a newborn Megaraptor, barely 8 inches tall. Massive claws, longer than your whole body, loom above you, curved, dark, razor sharp, built for precision, not power. That's your mother, Ridge. Safety. Those claws are the only barrier between you and everything that wants you dead. Behind her, the Carnotaurus tests the perimeter. Ridge doesn't chase. She simply stands her ground, claws raised and visible. The intruder backs off. Lesson 1. True apex predators don't chase. They hold territory and let the world come to them. You have 5 siblings. Cinder is the curious explorer. Talon is bold to the point of recklessness. Dust is aggressive and always proving something. Cole shadows him. Ash hangs back, careful and hesitant. You watch, differently quietly mapping patterns in the chaos while your own oversized claws grow faster than the rest of you. Hands that already look like weapons you haven't grown into yet. Ridge doesn't teach with words. You learn by watching what she does and what she refuses to do. She never leaves the dense forest. The thick canopy and layered undergrowth favor her slashing claws over raw speed. The open floodplain beyond the tree line is too exposed, too bright, too many angles for death to come from. She avoids it entirely. A few weeks in, through a gap in the canopy, you glimpse a Tyrannosaurus Rex crossing a distant floodplain. It makes your 10-meter mother look small. The message burns into every nerve. Stay in the forest. Cinder discovers the river in the 3rd week. The first 2 visits seem safe. On the 3rd, you follow at a distance. The water is too still, too quiet. Suddenly, the surface explodes. Spinosaurus, jaws longer than Ridge's claws. Clamps down. Cinder vanishes without a sound. Now there are 5 of you. Ridge silently positions herself between you and the deadly water. Juvenile T-Rex appear about a month later, close. 2 your size, but hunting in coordinated packs with terrifying efficiency. Dusk confronts them and returns wounded. Talon, convinced that boldness is strength, tries next. You'll follow him into the open. The juveniles overwhelm you. Talon is badly bitten. You escape with only minor injury because Ridge explodes from the trees. The pack retreats. Weeks later, a subadult Giganotosaurus blunders into Ridge's clearing. In just 11 seconds of savage violence, her claws find its throat. In terrain she knows perfectly. You watch from the shadows, blood soaking the soil, thinking, that's what I'll become one day. The dry season closes like a fist. Streams shrink. All predators converge on shrinking water. Ash is taken by a Spinosaurus. Dust and Cole vanish to the juvenile T-Rex. By day 100, only you, Talon, and Ridge remain. Ridge makes a kill deep in her territory. The scent draws a larger Giganotosaurus. She fights, as she always has, going for the throat. But this one is ready. It tears her shoulder badly and takes the carcass. Infection spreads rapidly. She dies slowly in the territory she once ruled, the terrible cost of holding ground when she should have fled. You try to take her place. A subadult T-Rex enters the forest. You stand your ground as Ridge would. Your claws score its flank, but it's faster, stronger, and those extra 2 meters matter. You survive only by fleeing. You abandon the old territory and push deeper into the thick interior, darker, with poorer hunting, but far less competition. There you encounter Ember. You circle each other warily for an hour. Megaraptors don't share space, yet neither attacks. In the weeks that follow, something subtle shifts. You don't hunt together, but you stop fighting over ground. You begin unconsciously covering different approach angles, watching each other's moves in the low light. Midday hunts fail every time T-Rex catch your scent. Then you observe Ember. She strikes at dawn and dusk, in the gray margins, when the giants are still sluggish. In that dim light, Her claws hook prey, pull it close with surgical precision, and finish it before it can react. Starving and desperate, you copy her. The pattern locks in. Exist in the gaps the apex predators ignore. Your own claws up to 35 centimeters long, curved and flattened with a cutting edge, become lethal in the dense brush and twilight. They don't deliver raw power, they deliver speed and control. You feel the thrill of a perfect strike. Carnotaurus begin disappearing from the scrublands. They can't find their own niche against the coordinated juvenile. Extinction here is quiet and merciless. Slow squeeze until a species is no longer the right answer to the ecosystem's questions. Around 6 months, a gaunt and heavily scarred talon reappears. You and Ember try to show him the new rhythm. Dawn strikes, dusk ambushes, hidden roots through the interior where claw precision matters more than size. He watches. Tries once or twice, then returns to midday hunts in open clearings the old way Ridge taught. You feel a heavy helplessness. You want to drag him back into the shadows. But Megaraptors have no language for warnings. You can only watch in silent dread as an adult T-Rex begins learning his predictable schedule. On the 5th day, he doesn't return. You later find his crushed bones, marrow sucked clean, skull shattered. He died doing exactly what your mother taught him. Bold, stubborn, loyal to a pattern that had already killed her. You and Ember claim a deeper, darker territory no larger predator wants. She lays 11 eggs in a protected root hollow. You hunt for both of you at dawn and dusk. When a juvenile Giganotosaurus drifts dangerously close to the nest, you fight. In terrain you know intimately. Your long claws sliced between its ribs, finding vital gaps the bigger animal can't maneuver. It flees, bleeding out slowly. 7 eggs hatch. You name the hatchlings by behavior. The loud one, the watcher, the climber, the biter. The watcher reminds you strongly of your younger self, always observing, always processing. You teach them the only inheritance worth passing on. How to hide, hunt at dawn and dusk. Use those growing claws to hook and pull prey close in the shadows. Stay with the giants, don't bother looking. The wet season finally returns. Rivers swell. Pressure eases across the ecosystem. A family of T-Rex works the distant floodplain herds. They pass without ever noticing you exist. Your 7 hatchlings freeze beside you, watching, learning. The apex aren't enemies. If you stop competing with them, day 1000, you are now a full adult. 8 meters long, claws as formidable as Ridges ever were. But you are not what she was. You live in the Majesta, dense interior, the gray edges of daylight where precision matters far more than power. This ecosystem was a cruel, twisted experiment. 5 apex predators forced together in one place. The T-Rex won, as they were always going to. Best senses, strongest bite, most flexible strategy. Everything else either adapted to the shadow they cast or quietly disappeared. Your mother and Talon couldn't let go of the old pattern. You survived by becoming invisible in the gaps no one bigger ever evolved to notice. 1,000 days, many siblings, a mother, and parts of an entire species gone. But 7 hatchlings are learning to hunt at dawn when the giants still sleep. In a world built to produce extinction, the quiet, stubborn persistence is the only victory that matters. If you enjoyed this simulation, give it a like and comment below what other dinosaur scenarios you'd like to see. I really enjoyed making this one. Subscribe and turn on notifications. I post multiple times a week. If this video gets 30,000 likes, the top comment will decide the next simulation. Click the video on your screen for another one. See you there.